A key tenet of Selling is Just a Conversation is the art of building relationships. The most obvious one being with our client or prospect. Having a good relationship enables people to trust you enough to want to buy from you. Having a good relationship reduces the perception of risk. It is because of the relationship you develop that people respect you and refer you to other potential buyers. To be successful in selling, you also need to consider your relationship in three other key important areas: yourself, the act of selling itself, and your idea, product or service. So let's look at relationship with self. Are you in tune with yourself? Do you have a positive attitude on how well you perform? How often do you allow the monkey in your head to get the better of you, even if it just means you don't have the confidence to appear stupid by asking a key clarification question? What false expectations appear real to you? What fear, what monkey chatter is getting in your way? Do you think you're too old, too young? Is it because you're male or female? Is it that you think you're too educated or not educated enough? Is it because you're tall or short? Is it because you need to lead or you want to follow? The more time I spend with working with individuals to help them get the most that they can get from their conversations, the more convinced I am that we have to accept that we are the main cause of all our challenges. It is not what happens to us that's important, but how we choose to respond to our current situation. Look in the mirror. Check in with the relationship you have with yourself. Are you comfortable that you are in an equal position in your sales conversations? Do you believe the buyer needs you as much as you need them? Do you project an image of confidence, of self-respect that will be picked up by their buyer, their conscious and subconscious antennae? Or is your self-talk undermining your performance before you even start applying the sales methodology? What might you have to give up in order to be as good as you can be? Is it ego? Is it power, status? Is it being liked? For me, I had to let go of my subconscious conditioning that those that can do and those that can't train. In previous roles in my corporate journey, that was the wisdom. People who can train others in how to sell did so because they couldn't cut it out there in the real world. Interestingly, since I've given myself permission to be a sales trainer, my business has gone from strength to strength. So what might it be for you? A couple of years ago, I had the good fortune to have a young lady join my team with a strong desire to commence a career in coaching. Her partner, a client of mine, had asked if I would speak with her to give her some guidance on how to get into the industry. I was so impressed that I asked her to join my team, even though at that time I had no plans to recruit at all. She was fantastic. A great personality and a natural talent as a coach. She instantly was getting fantastic feedback from her clients as to the difference she was making to their lives personally and professionally. But here's the rub. Despite her knowing we did great work, our clients had a great experience, and they got great value from the relationship, she found it virtually impossible to sell our services into new companies. I recall one Monday morning, we were having a conversation as to how things were going, and she was clearly frustrated. She had in fact spent the weekend self-coaching herself on this very topic and trying to get to the bottom of the issue. I just don't know, Hugh. I have been racking my brains all weekend. I just don't know what is stopping me sell for you. To which I replied, but if you did know, what would it be? This is known in coaching circles as disassociation, to which she instantly replied, it was my first boyfriend. You see, the point was she had had a negative experience with a guy who was in sales, and he had treated her badly and couldn't be trusted. So her subconscious has framed that being successful in sales meant that you had to be that type of person. Somebody who she clearly was not and would never be. So how do you view selling? Is it a profession you're proud to be part of, or something that is somehow slimy, manipulative and slick? What is the language and the attitude you bring to it? The reality is that if your subconscious does not have a positive view towards selling, then how good are you going to be at it? Selling requires a healthy attitude to the value we bring to the relationship. that we are neither less or more important than the person we are speaking with. They need to solve their problem, reduce their pain, have a better future, as much as we need to sell our idea, our product, our service. Make sure you have an attitude of peer-to-peer when you are engaged in important sales conversations, or any conversation that matter for that matter. The final point I would like to make about the relationship we bring to selling is how you choose to work at selling. Have you noticed how easy it is to procrastinate? You go off and get yourself a coffee, you check emails, you speak to somebody in the office when you're trying to avoid an important conversation that you should be having. This isn't the forum for a personal effectiveness program, but be aware for you that to fulfill your true potential, it requires discipline. Do the things first that will have the greatest impact on your performance. If you have said you will do something, make sure you do it. A key part of someone trusting us is feeling that we act on our words, that when we say we do something, then we do it. That brings us to the relationship you have with your idea, your product, or your service. In reality, if we struggle with the relationship with self and the relationship with selling itself, then this third relationship has limited impact. Having the best product has never been the guarantor of success. That said, do you have a good relationship with your idea, your product or service? Can people see and feel the fire in your belly? Do you really believe in it, or is it just a job? People buy people first, not the product. So would they want to buy you? Are you an advocate, an activist for your offering? Would I get carried away by the energy by which you talk about the great work you or your company is doing or have done? Is there an authenticity about the way you promote it that will instill confidence in our communication? If not, why not? Ignite the passion. Be passionate about your product, your idea, your service. Make passion infectious for your clients. So there you have it. An authentic relationship with yourself, selling, and your product, coupled with a simple but effective methodology, will ensure you have more success in your sales conversations. Congratulations, you have completed the formal component of Selling is Just a Conversation. So now what? The Selling is Just a Conversation methodology is analogous to the notes of the scale of C major. We've supplied you with those notes, but with practice, you will be able to turn it into your own beautiful melody. Maybe for you, that is John Lennon's Imagine. Or maybe you're more of a Mozart's oboe concerto in C major. But one thing we do know, as with musicians, is that the more we practice, the better we get. This is a continual journey. Enjoy it, practice it, and get effective in your sales conversations. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you in the future. And remember, selling is just a conversation.